this is Cash and you're watching my channel Cash Tech Freak. So today's video is about this game called Asphalt 9. So Asphalt 9 has been in some talks lately because of the reason, a very simple reason, that it is a great game. Now the predecessor of Asphalt 9 was Asphalt 8, but it was a purely Android game. The game was just like Rumble Racing sort of something stuff like, but Asphalt 9 is just nothing like that. You can look at this image. I'm playing with here with this Dodge, and believe me guys, this game looks realistic. Now the multiplayer system here has been improved a lot. The game has been improved a lot, way a lot. Now the game is actually way more realistic. Like you can see over here that there are nothing like an insane speeds. Asphalt 8 is a dying game, and believe me when I say it's a dying game, the game is actually dying. Asphalt 9, wherever you can see on this image, it's more like Blur. Now Blur was a great game, and it was a PC game, it was a great game, but believe me guys, Asphalt 9 is something else. Asphalt 9 has many improvements, one of which is its engine, its graphics, and the most important is the physics of the game. Now Asphalt 8 had a very bad physics engine. Now you guys might be thinking that, bro, how? Like, believe me, the physics engine of Asphalt 8 was like a piece of shit. Very piece of shit. Now I am in the gold league right now. This was my old score. My new score is way more than this one. Might be 100 or 200 more than, but believe me. Now Asphalt 8 was purely about how or which car you have. Now which car you have determines that how much long it has been that you have played the game. But let me show you the problem. Just think there is a hacker who has played the game using unlimited nitro, unbeatable stuff or something like that. He will actually not be a good player, but he will win every race, and every single race he will win just because one reason, that he has hacked the game and he has a good car. But that is not the case at all in Asphalt 9. In Asphalt 9, if you are a good player, like I'm using a Dodge over here, and every other guy is using some other car. Very less people who are very experienced, they use a Dodge in this game. Now very experienced people, as I said, only use a Dodge in the game. You can see over here there are many more cars and there are 911 Porsche and other cars like that. Now this is a fact of consideration. 911 Porsche is a great car for real, but in Asphalt it doesn't matter. In Asphalt 9, everything that matters is your acceleration and how much you pull it up. Now as you can see, the more stunts I get, as you can see over here in the screen, I just got this 360 flip over a big cliff, and I got a nitro boost. That was a long one, so I was able to pull up to those guys. Actually I didn't win this race, but still that was a good race. And you can see that many things have been improved. Like, look at the graphics of this game. I would really say that Gameloft is actually doing a great work and making this game a whole lot different is something very good. Now Gameloft is saying that they have gone for a full online approach for reduction of hackers, and that is actually a good point, but there is a problem with that also. People are now as I can say, they are now using hacks inside the multiplayer. Yes, they are even hacking the online system, and that is bad. As you can see over here, I lost this race very, very miserably, but still, it doesn't mean I'm not a good racer. I came almost first. Actually, I came first in the last race. That was good. But still, Asphalt 9 is a very great game, but it also has flaws. First of all, I would say it gets a little boring after some time because the races are too slow. The cars are way too much slow, way real too much slow. Like it's these cars are even slower than the cars in the Need for Speed. But Need for Speed they go for very realistic things. Asphalt here is not doing that. Asphalt here is say, shit, just throw out realistic. We will go over realistic with this one. Now you have to create a balance. Like in Asphalt 8, they had like 20 seconds of nitro, and believe me, nitro never finished in Asphalt 8. But in Asphalt 9, nitro is a piece of shit. You have so less of nitro, like literally, it's just zero nitro. The second thing is the events. These events are not also good. These events actually, if you have a decent car, you can pull up these events because most of these are time-based events and they have nothing to do with some, what you say, some of your skills. It has nothing to do with skills. They are time-based events, and one who has not a decent, who doesn't have a decent car, he cannot pull it up. Now you can see here the Austin Martin Vulcan. I have unlocked this right now, but the problem doesn't lie within it. The problem lies with the game engine. This game has everything elite. Everything needs token. As you can see, here I am in the shop, and actually I'm trying to look at these tokens which I can buy. You can also get tokens by watching 4 ads a day, which I have already watched. So these ad packs will grant you some good stuff. Now this good stuff is actually meant for you to unlock cars. Now this one here is a limited pack where you get some good stuff even more, that is 75 tokens. Now you can see that the multiplayer system has been changed a lot. Now I'm using a car from the C class over here, and this car is a great car. Now many of you will think that it is a great car though, but can is it just necessary to use this car in multiplayer? Now as you can see over here, the acceleration is 70 acceleration is too much for any car, and this car is pretty good for the racing, and the game is awesome. So the drawbacks of the game, the other drawback which I would say is that doesn't matter what car you have. Like this guy has a Porsche over here and he's still losing. So doesn't matter what sort of acceleration you have, what sort of technique you use. The only thing that matters is that you must have skills. Skills are the most important thing in Asphalt 9, and believe me when I say they are the most important thing in Asphalt 9, yes, they are the, the most important thing in Asphalt 9. Now, Asphalt 9 versus Need for Speed, which one is better? I'm here not talking about the Android Need for Speed. I'm here talking about the computer Need for Speed. Need for Speed has so much less cars, but those less cars had so much more customization, while the customization in Asphalt 9 is not that good. Actually, it's not even close to the Need for Speed on Android, or even Asphalt 8, which is the predecessor of Asphalt 9. Yes, customization is a piece of shit in Asphalt 9. On the name of customization, you can only have that carbon tints, which I think are useless. They just show that you have maxed out your car, just that. But if we look at the gameplay, believe me guys, everything is better. The cars, the top speed, the system to which you upgrade cars, and the most importantly, that you do need skills to drive cars. These things are way important than the gameplay. So in last, what I would say is that Asphalt 9 is really a legendary game, but Asphalt 9 Legend, if they really want to make it legend, they must do a few improvements. First of all, they need to make their game a little bit faster. Means, I know the cars are not fast enough, but that just ends all the fun from the game. Like, you have that acceleration, you have everything, but dude, people need fast cars. They play game for fast cars. The second thing which they need to improve in Asphalt 9 is the system. For real, every car is elite car, and believe me or not, elite cars are not good. Like, to get a single car maxed out, you have to get its token, like 100 tokens for a single car, and you don't get a single, or means you must have a way high amount of luck. You need no skills to do that, you just need luck, and I don't really like that. The third thing, to Gameloft, I would say this is the only last thing that makes Asphalt 9 4-star instead of 5. Please add some customization to the cars. Like in the Need for Speed, I can customize the hood, I can customize the tires, I can customize rims, I can customize everything in the car. But in Asphalt, like, dude, everyone can download a GB, a gig or two. This is a 2 gig game. 2 gig game competing to a 40 gigs game. And it's doing pretty great. I'm going to say, look at this graphics. These are insane. So in the last, all this ends here saying that Asphalt 9 is a great game, but it can be better. So devs, I'm counting on you to make it better. So thank you guys for watching my video. See you next time.